Good evening and happy New Year, everybody, and welcome back to the Clear the Ice, a Flyers postgame show here on the It's a Wrap Sports Network, the New Year's Eve edition of Clear the Ice, and the Flyers saying goodbye to the 2024 in style tonight with a 4-0 shutout win over the San Jose Sharks. Sam Ersson with the shutout for him this year. Second quality start for Ersson since he kind of came back from IR, struggled a little bit, but has put in now two good quality starts as he gets the shutout tonight, as the Flyers dominated this game pretty much from the outset. Listen, there's a lot of frustration when it comes to this team, the Flyers, and we see it every night. But there's definitely, when you look at some of the other teams in this league, and San Jose is one of those teams with a bunch of young talent. Anaheim fits that bill. Chicago fits that bill. These are young teams with a bunch of young talent that are just so far behind where the Flyers are, which I don't know how you want to take that. But there's definitely a delineation here between teams like San Jose and teams like the Flyers. I'm not putting the Flyers in any elite status, mind you, but when you get frustrated, when you are watching this hockey team and you start to get frustrated, you gotta. It's good to see a game like this where the Flyers are actually better than somebody, and it was evident tonight, all night long, as the Flyers were aggressive with the forecheck, creative with the offense. Just an amazing, great game to watch on New Year's Eve as everyone's in a party mood anyway, trying to transition into a new year. And the Flyers tonight helped everybody out and lightened the mood immensely as they got the 4-0 shutout win, and a big night on the local sports calendar, man. Got Penn State holding on. Now they've actually gone up 30-14. Penn State's about to advance to the semifinals. Team USA just stuck a knife in the heart of Canada with a late empty netter to seal the deal out there, as they are on their way to beating Team Canada. So a big night on the local and national sports scene here on this New Year's Eve, and the Flyers are helping out everybody with the win tonight as well. 4-0 over the San Jose Sharks at the SAP Center out there in San Jose. Let's get into this game. Let's break it down. The Flyers tonight with the healthy scratches of Erik Johnson, Ivan Fedotov, and Ole Lycksell. Tell me where you have not heard that before. For the San Jose Sharks, Jake Wallman, Carl Grunderstrom, and Cullen Graf were no-goes for them. In net for the Flyers, I mentioned already, Sam Ersson got the nod for the Flyers tonight. He was brilliant. 15 saves faced, 15 saves made, a perfect 1.000 save percentage. His opposite number for the San Jose Sharks was Grigoriev. He faced 34 shots, made 30 saves, finished the night with a .882 save percentage. The Flyers outshot San Jose in this game 34-22. They actually had a power play goal. Flyers 1 for 3 on the power play. Again, another beautiful thing to see is the Flyers power play work tonight as well. San Jose was 0 for 1, so the Flyers had a penalty kill, 100% on the kill, 20 block shots as they add on to their league leading total. Not only 9 giveaways, less than 10, and 6 takeaways, as that's sort of the average the Flyers are averaging per game when it comes to the takeaways. And all in all, again, a pleasant, festive night and a dominating win against a team that's, yes, very bad. As I said, there's the Flyers. There's about 8 to 10 other teams. Then there's about 7 teams above them, and there's about 4 or 5 below the Flyers. And unfortunately, I don't know, actually, now that you're trying to rebuild, San Jose, Chicago, those types of teams, they get the pick of the litter every year when it comes to these draft picks. Flyers are never going to get them because they're kind of in that middle of the road. But maybe it gives you hope that the rebuild won't be as long as everybody thinks it might be with a game like tonight, that we're not at the end of the road, that we're somewhat stuck in the middle of the road. I don't know if that's pleasant. I'm trying to grab onto something here. It's definitely not Stanley Cup worthy, but it's not San Jose Shark worthy. So the Flyers win 4-0. Let's get into the goals, break this thing down. The Flyers would get it going early in this game at about the 6-minute mark. Nick Seeler with a nifty offensive move. Again, the creativity on the offense tonight was I mean, again, it's the opponent. There was a lot of space that the Flyers were given to operate in, and they took advantage of it. And, there was a lot of bounces off the pipes, a lot of bounces off the crossbars, a goal that was waved off from Owen Tippett that was considered to be offsides. I mean, this could have been a lot more than 4-0. It was just a dominating effort for the Flyers, but Sealer would get it going at the 6-minute mark, or 5:59 officially. His third from Drysdale, his fifth. And then, as I said, a nifty offensive move from not a player that you would expect it from, Nick Sealer, but he was the recipient of some good forechecking inside the San Jose zone by the Flyers to keep possession of the puck, keep things moving, continue the offensive flow, and Sealer again with the nifty move gets the goal. Let's break it down. And there's Couturier kind of starting it all off with a nice little forecheck. This is where the Flyers forecheck, and here you're going to see another good forecheck play right here as the Flyers continue to try to keep possession of the puck in the zone. They do. They're going to now set up, try to get things going. Once again, there's nothing in the middle, so let's wrap it around because there's somebody on the other side, and there's nobody in the middle. As you can see, the San Jose defense is completely compressed, which is not good. It's going to allow Nick Sealer to do this. Little dipsy-do, in and out, cross move, showing off the stick, and then he's going to flip it up at Grigoriev and get the lucky little bounce off the hip and in the back of the net. Is that an ESPN Goal of the Year candidate? I don't think it is, but it was definitely pretty to see from the Flyers, and especially Nick Sealer. Doesn't really, when you think of Sealer, it doesn't scream offense, it screams shot block. But Sealer's showing off the offensive moves there as the Flyers get the nifty 1-0 lead. But it was the product of some good forechecking. It was a product of some heads-up offense. It was a product of some bad San Jose defense when they were all pushed in front of the net like that. But you got to take those opportunities, and the Flyers did. And Sealer was able to be creative. Got a lucky bounce. Did, but it was a bounce, and it went in. It's a goal. 1-0 Flyers. Oh, man. Steve checking in. HNY, it's not 8-0, but 4-0 will do. I agree. Steve's referring to the 8-0 Flyer victory over the Vancouver Canucks. I think we decided it was what, Steve? 1995? New Year's Eve 95, right? Yeah, back when there was there was San Jose was there in 95. But anyway, the good old days when the Flyers would head out to Western Canada during these trips. But Steve's referring to that. I agree, Steve. I'll take the 4-0 win too. So let's move on now, as that would be all your goal scoring in that first period. The Flyers would outshoot the San Jose Sharks 9-7 in that period, taking the 1-0 lead into the dressing room. It could have been more. I believe in the first period was when the goal got waved off because of the offsides, but that's okay because the Flyers would compensate for it. In the second period at 12:09, Ryan Poehling, his third of the year, from Igor Offense Zamula, as he had 2 points tonight, his 6th assist, and Bobby Brink, his 13th, as that Brink Forrester Poehling line continues to be the cooking line of the Flyers offense lately. Let's bring up this bad boy. Those guys are definitely part of the offensive flow for this team. They're developing an identity. And let's bring it up. So we got the play at the point. Flyers will keep it in. They did this all night very effectively. Again, a really creative offense. Ristolainen now at the point. Flyers are cycling. It's pretty well defended. But again, you're not forcing anything. You're taking what the defense is going to give you, and they're going to give you the slot. They're going to give you the corner. Flyers get a bounce here, which kind of takes San Jose by surprise. The puck's going to go back up. And there you got Poehling is just going to put it up on net. Did that go over the net? Just a weird bounce, but stays alive. And the Flyers forechecking again. Effectively, Bobby Brink now controlling the puck out back to the point. I mean, this is textbook stuff here, folks. Nice shot from the point. Grigoriev's going to give off the nasty rebound, and there's Poehling hanging around the front, cleaning up the mess. Pretty little backhand into the net for the goal. 2-0 Flyers. And there you have it. Was that Paling? Did I say Paling? Did I say Paling on that one? Anyway, 2-0 Flyers. Again, forechecking, not forcing things, taking things the way the offense is presenting them. Yes, it was Paling who scored that goal. Taking what the defense is giving you. I'm not saying the defense was textbook by the San Jose Sharks. It was slow. It was reactionary. They were chasing pucks. But it happens like that. You got to take advantage of it. The Flyers didn't force stuff. They got the nice, fat, juicy rebound there. Paling was patrolling around the front like a shark, and he finds pardon the pun, I guess, there. I didn't realize I was making a funny. But then he pounces on it and puts the puck in the back of the net. 2-0 Flyers at this point. Flyers would stretch it up to 3-0 at the 13:44 mark on the Pico power play. Travis Konechny, his 17th of the year from Owen Tippett, his 12th, and Jamie Drysdale, his 6th. Drysdale tonight with the 2-assist night as he's starting to kind of wake up a little bit offensively. Flyers now at this point with the 3-0 lead. Let's bring it up. Let's go to the big magic board here. Again, a huge night and local sports. Very good night. Great night. Great way to break in the new year, man, or say goodbye to 24 and break in 25. So Flyers at this point now, again, we're going to come off the face-off. This is actually nice to see. The Flyers are actually generating offense off the face-offs. You know, we've been sort of derelict in this. This has been what happened to what happened to my screen? Let me bring that back up. I lost my screen, everybody. What did I do? Oh, man, where are we at? What happened? I'm still live, right? All right, I lost the screen. Let's cancel out of there. Let's go back into this. There she is. Oh, Lord, man. All right, here we go. On the face-off, you got the clean face-off win. Flyers control the puck, goes back to the point. Drysdale being the quarterback and the effective right-handed defenseman that he is, the offensively minded defenseman that he is going to set up a play. Again, taking what the defense is going to give them. They're going to cycle over. Nice pass over to Tippett. It's going to be even a prettier pass that Tippett's going to deliver here in a second as you're going to get Konechny kind of hanging in the slot, hanging in. Look at that. Get the stick up. You see me, Owen? Do you see me? Do you see me? Boom! He sees him. One-timer, pretty play, and a goal. Again, is that a textbook offensive play? No, it's not. Did they take advantage of a defense that, once again, was sort of caught puck watching, flowing with the puck, not staying in their lanes or staying in their zones, especially when you're shorthanded? Yes, they took advantage of that. Again, it's the San Jose Sharks. As I said, I'm tempering all this tonight with this wasn't the Kings we beat. This wasn't the Lightning. This was the Sharks, and you could see it. There was a lot of growing that needs to be done with this San Jose team. Again, a lot of puck watching, a lot of puck flowing back and forth. That doesn't work defensively, and the Flyers were recipients of a couple goals that way tonight. But you got to take advantage of it, and it would have been worse, of course, if the Flyers would have lost this game. But they take advantage of it, and it's 3-0 now at this point. And that is your score heading into the second intermission. For the period, the Flyers outshot San Jose 11-8. Again, for the night, the Flyers did outshoot San Jose 34-22. Wasn't even close. In the third period, early on at 2:30, Igor Zamula, his third from Brink and Cates with that to kind of make it 4-0, sort of put the cherry on top of this thing. And let's play this. Zamula capping off a very productive offensive night for him. One of his better nights as a Flyer offensively. Still had some problems defensively. You know, he's not out of my doghouse yet. I'm still not sold on him, but you got to take it where you can get it. All right, so play in the San Jose zone. Flyers are going to force a giveaway here, or actually it's a turnover. They're going to force. This was them all night. So Mula at the point, doing the smart thing this time, not like the other night when he was trying to throw passes to people that weren't looking. Flyers are going to kind of collapse down. Defense is a little bit better this time as San Jose is not completely flowing with the puck. They're actually staying in their lanes a little bit here, and they actually have an idea of where players are, which is good to see, especially if you're a young San Jose Shark fan or young San Jose Shark player. But the Flyers are going to outwork the Sharks behind the board. This is a giveaway. It's going to go back up to the point where Zamula is there. A lot of space, a lot of time, a lot of space. There was a lot of flowing going on. But listen, you're okay with this type of play offensively or defensively. It's, it's low percentage, but Zamula with the shot, he's going to follow up his own rebound. This is risky because you're pulling yourself back out of the play. There's a penalty right there, by the way. I hope you guys saw that, right? That's a penalty. that's a freaking penalty. Celebrini was pulled straight down by the hook. That's the first time I saw that. Oh my God. Woo! Oh my God. I can't even. Ooh. I'm sorry. I lost the goal because I was watching that penalty. Zamula with the puck behind the net. There goes the hook. Who is that? Oh my God. Zamula's going to throw the puck on net. It kind of gets caught up in Guryov's equipment and goes in 4-0. Oof. Oof. And the Flyers have the lead as they got away with one. Was that Joel Farabee? Who is that? Is that Brink? Is that Brink down there? With the crime down low on Celebrini. Let's look at the hook. Is that Brink? It is Brink. Look at that. There you go. Hey, the officials giveth and they taketh away. That wasn't going to change anything, honestly. If that goal wouldn't have counted, fine. San Jose didn't have any offense. Anyway, that's 4-0. How did I miss that when I first saw that? Wow. All right, 4-0. And that's how the scoring would end. Flyers would outshoot San Jose desperately in that third period, 14-7. Again, 34-22 on the night, en route to a 4-0 shutout victory over the San Jose Sharks. Now putting them back at 500 at 17-17 and 4 for 38 points now through 38 games as we're coming up on the halfway point of this season as we say goodbye to 2024. A little stat pack update for you for the Flyers so far. They are now 16 for 105 on the power play. That percentage goes up to 15.2 from 14.7. Also, with the one penalty kill tonight, they have now been shorthanded 105 times and have killed 85 of those for an 80.9 percentage shorthanded. Goals with the 4 more tonight, they're up to 115 goals, well over 3 a game, which is hallelujah. Freaking We've gotten to 3. They didn't give up any goals, but they've still given up 132 on the year now. That's a little less than 3.5. With the 32 shots, they're up to 1,037 shots, still 27 a game. They've given up 1,049 shots, still about 27 a game. Takeaways now of 220 on the season, 5.7 a game. Giveaways 551, 14.5 a game. The Flyers are not going to make any significant progress this season until that number goes way down. It's still hovering around that 14%. It needs to go way down in order for things to really change. The Flyers did block some more shots tonight, 20, now up to 697. They lead the NHL in block shots, 18.3 a game. And since 2021-22, the Flyers are now 110 for 808 on the power play, 13.6. And I have moved into double digits. That's right. The first host of the year to break the double digit. I am now 10-9-3 on the season as your host of Clear the Ice on this New Year's Eve 2024. I guess real quick, we can go into our turning point. I'm not going to go over scores tonight because it's New Year's Eve. Everybody's got bigger and better things to do. But let's talk about our turning point. All right, so the turning point for me in this game is simply put, and I've done this before. I've not necessarily singled out a moment, but I've singled out a player or an effort, and that has to be Sam Erson's effort tonight. That's the turning point of this game. Yes, it's the San Jose Sharks. Yes, this team is not as good as the Flyers, and it's pretty evident. But still, Erson has providing, at least for the last 2 games, some stability at the goaltending position as we kind of try to figure out what's going on there as these goalies grow and go through the rebuilding process themselves. Kovasov has struggled. Urson has struggled. I mean, I'm not signaling out Urson as being above all the struggles. He's not. He's struggled since coming back from IR as well. But now for the last 2 starts, very quality, very stabilizing. You need that. You need growth here. And Urson showed growth last year. He did. There's some durability questions with them. We get that. And but he's growing and it's stabilizing. It's good to see, and it was definitely helpful tonight as the Flyers handled their business against a lesser opponent. And yes, it's okay to say the San Jose Sharks are not as good as the Flyers, because they're not, even though they got a lot of better talent on that team, seemingly. But the Flyers, that was my turning point in the game. Again, I've done that before, where I've taken a effort or a gameplay by somebody and sort of made it into the turning point. It's not really a turning point, but you get my point. Cool. Next here on the Clear the Ice program, Thursday night, Sal has you. I come off my West Coast duty. I've had you all the way up to this point. I took you in Anaheim. I took you to LA. I've taken you through San Jose. California is done. So am I. So Sal's going to take over in Nevada, and he gets you in Las Vegas. I will see you again in Ontario, in Canada, in Toronto on Sunday, when I have you again for Clear the Ice at some point this weekend. I will be actually in Ottawa on Sunday myself, or I'll be in Ontario, as of course still the ongoing coverage of the WJC. And yes, officially Team USA defeated Team Canada tonight 4-1. So pool play is now over. Now we're moving into qualifying play starting tomorrow. So we're getting into the meat and bones of the World Juniors, and that's when we'll be there to cover it for you. We're dealing with some weather issues, trying to work through some of that right now to get to Ottawa, but we're working through it. So we will be in Ottawa, I promise. But that's going to wrap me up tonight. 4-0 Flyers with the win over San Jose. 17-17-4 now, back to 500. I guess we can start 2025 0-0, right? It's a new season, so to speak. We can begin anew in 2025 on January 2nd in Nevada against the Vegas Knights. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. I want to wish you from the bottom of my heart and from my family to you and to yours a happy New Year. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your day off tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow night with the final word with Matty B, as scheduled, regularly scheduled programming, regular scheduled time at 9 o'clock. But have a great New Year's. I didn't get a chance to say this last night going off the air from the final word, which was going to be our last show of 2024. Sometimes you got to roll with the punches. And a lot of people tonight are sitting back saying this wasn't a good year. I struggled. It was rough. This didn't work out for me. This didn't work out for me. I guarantee you a lot more worked out for you than did not. And unfortunately, we don't know, or maybe fortunately, we just don't know what each year holds. Trust me, if you would have asked me a year ago tonight, matter of fact, I think I had the post game for Edge of Philly Sports and Clear the Ice. And if you were going to ask me a year ago tonight, what would I be doing a year later? I can guarantee you the It's Rap Sports Network would not be mentioned. But I am here. So is It's Rap. And we're moving forward into the future of 2025. And that's the beautiful part about all this, is we start again and we have a complete blank canvas in front of us, make it any way we want, and we roll with the punches and we do what we have to do. So thank you for all your support. Please like and subscribe on all of our platforms. I'll be back tomorrow night with the final word with Matty B. Flyers win 4-0 tonight over the San Jose Sharks. An impressive game against a lesser opponent, but an impressive indeed, nevertheless. Happy New Year, guys. We'll talk tomorrow when we get back at the final word. And in the immortal words of the late, great Mr. Gene Hart, good night and good hockey.
I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so yo. Everybody know I'm on. You know when it click through. Turn the business and it's about to be a show. Be fine.